and welcome to another week's episode of Fun with Whole Foods. Now, our superfood of the month is the wonderful kale. Love it or hate it, there's no denying that it's really nutritious and really good for you. So I'm going to introduce you to perhaps a slightly different way of having it today, where we're making homemade kale crisps or chips. So I've got about half a bag of kale here. You can do as much or as little as you have space for in your oven. And I'm going to start off by dumping that in a bowl. And it can be any type of kale. I happen to have black kale, but it works with curly kale. I don't know what other types of kale there are. And just to quickly go through, if there's big chunks of stalk, rip it out. As that's just going to be bitter, and yeah, it's not going to be quite so yummy. And then these are quite big leaves as well. Sometimes you want smaller, but just try and make sure that there is, if I can speak, that it's roughly evenly sized pieces that you've got. But again, it's one of those things where don't worry, it's not the end of the world. So, like I said, I've got half a bag left over because I've been developing some vegan sausages with superfoods in. So, this planned schedule is to have that go out the week before this episode, but things don't always go to plan. So, you've got your kale, it's all roughly evenly sized. This bag has lots and lots of thick bits in it. I thought I was done. Oh. Right, there we go. Better. And we're going to toss it into oil, in a bit of oil to coat it. So I'm going to start off with just a teaspoon of oil. So I'm using olive oil, but any oil is fine. So the oil will help them crisp up and also help seasoning stick. We're going to do 3 different seasonings today. So it's going to be exciting. You have different flavours of kale chips out as you're welcoming people in and they're waiting for dinner at Thanksgiving or Christmas. So I'm going to roughly divide the kale into 3 different pots. And we're going to start off with my traditional topping. This one isn't so vegan friendly, but it can be. And for this you want smoked paprika, garlic powder, onion powder. Mix it up, a teaspoon of each of those. And then if you're not preparing this for vegans, you add 2 teaspoons of grated parmesan. So I'm going to toss this on. And then I'm going to toss the kale through the seasoning. I'm going to see it sticks nicely to the leaves, which is wonderful. And then I'm going to spread that out on a baking tray, ready for the oven. So the next flavour that we're going to do is a little interpretation / twist on Cool Ranch flavour, and in this one we've got a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion granules, and a teaspoon of Italian style herb blend, because that's just the type of mixed herbs I have. I'm going to toss this in. I mean, I don't know if you guys have sour cream powder. I've never come across it. If I did and I wasn't preparing it for vegans, it would so be good in here. So get that covered in its nice seasoning, and we're going to put that next to our first kale chips. And then our last one is going to be our hot mala blend, and this has half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper and a full teaspoon of smoked paprika. So this one's hot and spicy and sweet and smoky all at the same time. I'm going to to toss this around, and that's going to have a real kick to go with the kale. I'm going to spread that out on a separate baking tray because it is going to be quite spicy for my taste. So they have 3 different flavours. They need to go into the oven. I'm going to chuck them in at gas mark 6 because I've got something else in there at the moment. And you need to keep quite a close eye because they will catch and burn quite quickly. So I'd advise checking on them and tossing them around every 5 to 10 minutes. And probably around 10 to 15 minutes in total in the oven. So I'll see you back here in a little while to see how these are getting on. Okay, and welcome back. It's been around 10 minutes and I gave them a sneaky little flip over at 5 minutes and the kale chips are done. So these are our super spicy ones. You can hear crunchiness, and the ones on the edge have caught a bit, and they've also shrunk up a lot, which happens. You want to eat a ton of kale and you don't want to blend it in a smoothie, this is the way to do it. So you can see we've got our cool ranch here and our, well, my traditional flavourings over that side. So these don't keep. They sogify. So make them the day you want to serve them, and excellent low effort thing to just shove in the oven and then pop out on the table shortly before your guests arrive. I mean, they're already pretty much cool, and enjoy. So yummy way to eat kale and get your 5 a day. See you all next week. Have a great time.